This depression shit, it's been going on for a long time. I've had it ever since I can remember, but it got worse and worse. And I realized that this was derived from PTSD. Now, how did it feel? I've always felt like something was trying to drag me down, was just like pulling me from behind, was trying to crush me from above. And I gotta say, I don't think there's anyone in this world who wants to be depressed, right? I just simply see it as a curse. I didn't realize this until recently. I never really liked myself. I hated my life. I hated the environment I was born into and was raised in and everything, but I couldn't do anything about it because, I mean, that's, what depression is. It holds you down. It's not your choice. So I was like, oh, why am I like this? I really hate myself. But then I realized, wait a minute, this is not how I would be if it weren't for all this bullshit. If it weren't for all the traumatic experiences from my past, I don't think I'd be this way. That's when I realized, oh wait, if I can take care of this, I think I will be able to like myself, or at least be more kind to myself. I'm trying to get tired of showing this backpack. Show means to carry on your back. Yeah, that reminds me, it always felt like something was pulling me from behind, like maybe death pulling me from behind, death on my shoulders, the curse. It was weird because it felt like my blood was swollen. It might be hard for you to imagine what it's like, but it felt like something from the inside was pulling me down. Like there was extra gravity inside my body, in my heart, in my stomach, in my head, in my blood. Like I really wondered why I would get tired after 20 minutes of hanging out with people or talking to people. I really hated myself for that. Like for example, I'll be like, hey, what's up? And then 20 minutes later, I'll be like this. And it made me look like I was not having fun and I was being grumpy or something, that I was upset, which I wasn't. But it gave people the wrong idea. And then people would always be asking like, hey, what's wrong? Are you fine? I didn't really understand why that happened. And now I can say that it was because of this mental curse. The PTSD, the mental condition that happened because of my past memories. So I'd like to believe that now that I realize this, I will be more energetic and I'll be able to live the life that I always wanted, or at least get closer to that. No pun intended, ha ha ha, closer. But yeah. And come to think of it now, I felt like I was trying to beat death from dragging me all the way down to my demise. It feels like I've only been able to live life with only maybe like less than 10% of my actual energy and potential. And it got to a point where more negative memories would pile up, right? Because like the longer you live, the more experience, and it's not always gonna be butterflies and flowers, right? So like on top of the old wounds, the memories from the past, like things would pile up one by one, and then, having lived half my life at best, I couldn't take it anymore and I crashed. Death really tried to take me away. It got so bad to the point where, I never thought of ending my own life, but it got to a point where I really wanted to disappear from this world. So at the lowest point, I was kind of hoping that like a car would crash into me, and if I could just, disappear from this world without feeling anything, like I wouldn't mind. That's how I felt. It was dangerous, man. Just letting you know that I'm not in that mental state anymore. Okay? I couldn't breathe anymore, and my heart was beating fast all the time, and I couldn't tell the difference between a nightmare and reality. It's not like simple insomnia where, oh, I can't sleep, but it was more so like, as soon as I would go to bed and then like lie down, like that situation triggered my inability to tell if the things that I was seeing in my mind were real or it was just a nightmare. It was weird, man. So I got scared of even going to sleep. Now, there were like a few hours where I would actually feel fine, and that was at night. All of a sudden, I would start feeling fine. Like to the point that it kind of pissed me off because it made me feel really stupid about how I was feeling so negatively about everything, and all of a sudden, I feel fine. And it really showed how I was being controlled by this curse, or curses even. That's some bad spirits, man. Evil spirits been trying to end me my whole life. That's how it felt, man. Maybe this can be explained scientifically, sure, but it just feels so natural to think that way, for me anyway. And now that I'm working towards recovery, I'm in a better place now. I don't feel as much of that pulling and as much weight on my body anymore. It doesn't mean that things are all perfect and happy and yay now. No, not at all. But I'm in a way better place, and I am so thankful to be able to even stream live like this right here. I wouldn't have been able to do this a few weeks ago. I really couldn't feel like I was gonna be able to stay alive. I just want to say thank you to you guys, my followers, my viewers, and your nice comments, man. You guys give me the energy and hope. Even in my worst moments of depression and everything, I was always appreciative of you guys. So that means something, man. When you're at your lowest and then you can find something positive, that's some true shit right there, man. Because there were very few things that felt positive in my life back then. So yeah, I'm in a much better place right now. That's all I want to say, man. I still got a lot to work on because this is a never-ending journey, right? It's not something that you get out of and yay, I'm good forever. You know, you have to remember to appreciate, and you have to work on yourself every single day, man. As soon as you forget that, things will start to go south again. Being in this kind of situation, it really sucks, but it also gave me a way broader perspective on things, man. It's really important to talk about your feelings. It really is. I realized that I've been bottling up my feelings my whole life. That eventually led to this, mental condition. But it's a lot to take in for your friends or whoever you're talking to, of course, because, most of the time it's not going to be a very happy story or topic. So, like, a lot of people can't handle it. And I understand it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. I heard a lot of people tell me, like, oh man, like, it's making me depressed by listening to your stupid worries and paranoia, which is something you should never say to a person going through any sort of mental situation. That's like the worst thing to say. But can't really blame them either, because they just don't understand what it's like to be depressed, or what it's like to be paranoid, or what it's like to have anxiety, and it just shows how much stress it gives them, when you talk to them about it. And so you gotta find the right person, and it doesn't have to be your friends or families, man. There are professionals who do that professionally, so that's why there's counseling. So yeah. And also the fact that there are a lot of people who fake depression. It's kind of like fashion depression, that they have this like, oh, I'm depressed, but they're actually not. That gives a lot of people the wrong idea. And it's just an easy word to be thrown around, right? Oh, depression. Oh, I'm depressed. It's such a weak word now. But yeah. So yeah, something I just wanted to share with you guys today. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Thanks.